Hi, my name is Mr. Ramirez. I'm going to be going on a few STAAR release questions from the 8th grade math test, okay? We're going to start with problem number 1, which has a TEAC 8.7a. So let's just jump right into it. It says, Ms. Hernandez ordered a globe for her high school world geography classroom. The globe had a diameter of 22.5 inches. Which measurement is closest to the volume of cubic inches? After I read the problem, I like to go back and I like to either underline or highlight what's important. So if I was going to start with the things I would highlight, it would start with, what's the question asking me for? Well, it's asking me for which measurement is closest being important because it's not going to be exact. It's going to be something close to it, but not exact, to the volume in cubic inches. Now I highlight volume because it tells me what kind of process I'm going to do or what kind of equation I'm going to use to solve this problem. Because I'm using volume, I know that I'm going to look at my formulas for volume. In this case, the shape is a globe, and we can see it to the side. It's a globe, clearly. We're going to be using the formula for a sphere, which I have right here, which is v equals 4/3 pi times the radius cubed, okay? Now let's just keep in the back of our mind that we need a radius. It's got to be a radius. So let's go back. So as I continue, I'm going to highlight some more things I think are important, which are going to be the diameter. The diameter is 22.5 inches, okay? Now, you're probably wondering, well, I have a diameter. It's a D and not an R. How do I get to the radius? That's really actually kind of easy. All you're going to do is simply, let's go to our TI Inspire. All we're going to simply do is go in to the calculate screen on our scratch pad. I'm simply going to divide 22.5 divided by 2, and then I'm going to click enter. The reason I do that because I know a radius is half the diameter. I only need half, okay? So I end up with a radius of 11.25. So let's go ahead and let's write that down so we don't forget it. I'm going to have R. Let me move this up so we have it around here. There's my little hand. I'm going to have R equals 11.25, okay? Stretch this out just a bit, okay? So R equals 11.25, okay? Now that I have my radius, there really isn't anything else that I need to put into my formula. Looking back at my formula, it's V equals 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. So now that I have my radius, I'm simply going to plug it in to the R, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how to do this on a calculator, okay? So going back, I'm going to plug in my formula. I'm going to start by using the money button. I call this the money button because it has so many cool little functions with it. I have a fraction, I have an exponent, I have a square, and a bunch of other neat little things that can be helpful for you later on in the future, okay? So because I need a fraction first, I'm going to click on the fraction. In the numerator, I'm going to put a 4. In the denominator, I'm going to put a 3, okay? Now, I want you guys to notice something. You cannot be in the numerator or the denominator. You have to click over to continue the formula. So the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in pi, which is going to be right here, and I'm going to click on pi. Now that I have pi there, I'm ready to put in my radius. So I'm going to put in parentheses. You don't have to, but I like putting in parentheses because I'm old school, and I want to make sure I put it in right. It's 11.25, and then going back to my money button, I can put in an exponent of cubed, which is a 3. Now, clicking over on my touchpad, so I'm not in the exponent, I close my parentheses. What I want to do next is simply push enter. My answer is 5,964.12. My answer is C. Now, although the word closest was in my equation, I actually got an exact answer, okay? Now, is it always going to be like that? No, but in this case, it ended up being that way, okay? So it worked out, okay? Keeping true to it, we are working with volume, so my units are going to be cubic units. In this case, inches cubed, okay? Denoted by this 3 here, okay? So make sure that you don't get your surface area and your volume formulas confused, and you should be good. It's a pretty straightforward process. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.